So welcome to our 21 day sprint for 2023. Thank you very much for joining the program. This is your program. So obviously every week, every day for the next 21 days, we will be working together, this time 3 p.m. UK. So please do block your diary because this is your time. Protect this time as much as you can, fight for it, and don't let anybody try to take away this time from you, because this is your time. So do your best to attend all the live coaching sessions and group meditations. We will be spending at least 10 to 12 minutes halfway through and also at the end with some meditation, because it's important for us to let go before we add more. Notepad is critical. If you haven't got the note, and if you just registered just in the past few hours, please to have a blank notebook, because this is what you're going to use for you. At the moment, if you have a notebook, maybe turn it upside down and try to use it for this program, because you need to start it from the blank page. So there will be daily exercises that you'll be going through during the program, because I'm not going to give you any homework, but during the program we'll be working through. And if there is anything that goes beyond that you are unable to solve it today, that you could maybe take it up in the evenings or after you work, and you can continue. As I mentioned, this is a self-care program. It's super important, and we will be gradually adding components to it. But initially, it will be all about you. And first week, especially, it's important. And we will be having a special session on Friday. That's where we can talk through individually what we're happening. But at the moment, for the next 5 days, there won't be much interaction, because this is going to be your self-reflection time. So you're going to spend time with yourself, trying to note down what you are going through, why you are going through, and how by the end of this program, you will be at least be acknowledging what has happened and how you're going to come out of this. If you're able to solve it, even better, but let's manage your expectations carefully on this. So again, it's your time, it's your personal growth, and there will be positive change that will be happening during the program. So it will be definitely happening, I can guarantee you. So the important thing is, certain aspects will look very, very simple. I just don't want you to second guess. I just don't want to judge it. Just take it up and test it out and see what's the outcome that's going to go with this. And the important thing is seek help, because if there is a specific problem that you would like to talk through, we will be talking that through. This is a very safe environment, because the good news is it's a small group now. But people who are watching the recording, please do take this exercise when you have spare time and try to complete it before you come next time. So switch off your phones and emails, and this is your 30 minutes, as I mentioned. Interestingly, this week, Thursday, we have a session on conquering chaos. This is typical inside a webinar. If you could join in, you could also get benefit out of it. At 3 p.m. UK, same time. Many of you have attended our webinars. That's it. So that's official welcome to the 21-day sprint. This is your program. All I have is take a blank piece of paper, preferably a blank notebook, so that we can start to capture this thought process. So if you have logged into Scribble within your dashboard, you could click the community part of it on the side. When you click the community part of it, you can get into 21-day sprint. And within the 21-day sprint, if you click, you can introduce yourself here and then say, hello, hi, this is me, I'm from here, and so and so. Because we will be in the second week, at the end of second week, we'll be starting the coffee connection. Coffee connection is, we will be allocating a person within this community where you'll be saying hello, hi, and you can talk through their journey compared to your journey and try to help. Sometimes it's much easier to solve somebody's problem than your problem. At the same time, it's helpful to share, not just to me, but also to a trusted member. Scribble community, as you know, is a very safe environment here. And so that's why it's important for you to log in and say hello. I won't repeat this in the next session from tomorrow, but this is there just for you. So that's it, 21-day sprint. So today, the key message that we will be covering today, it's you need to go above your problem to solve the problem, because that's the reason we are going to use meditation as a main tool. Don't worry, we will be starting it gradually, one step at a time. I will send you the link, Aurora, because it's the same link. If you log into the Scribble portal, you are going to find a platform. I'll send you the link. The team will send you the link. Okay, so you could go from there. So key message for day one is we have to go beyond or above our problem to solve the problem. If we are facing the problem straight up as face to face, we cannot solve the problem. So this could be any problem. So we are not going to set any good news is we are not going to set your goals for the week, how we are going to solve your 3-day, 3 months, 3-year, etc. All those things will come in place at the very end today. It's all about elevating you to a different state altogether this whole week, and then we'll take the challenge from there straight on. So key point to note is you need to go above your problem to solve the problem. So that's the key point, because if you try to solve that head on, you might not be having the courage or the strength to solve it. You will know what I mean by that as we go through. The important thing is we are going to aim to go above. So what we are going to go now is we are going to enter into an introduction to meditation before we ask one more question, and then we open up the final question of what we are going to actually solve from here. So what we are going to do now is this. So let me stop this one. And we are going to listen to something very interesting, if I can make it work. Oh, no. Yes. So you can close your eyes, or you don't need to close your eyes, but either way, this is what we are going to begin.
We are all capable of living with more presence, moment to moment, beyond dwelling in the past and in our anxiousness about the future. We are all doing our best to navigate through each day, the challenges, the constant change, and with the knowledge that time is always moving and each moment is fleeting. We are aware of the impermanence of everything. Mindfulness is a means of waking up. We can discover a way to live moment to moment and find a continuous sense of comfort and hope. This practice can give us a sense of awareness, to understand that stagnant and hopeless feelings in our lives are perhaps not a problem with reality, but at least in part with our sense of self. Sometimes it can feel as if we're grasping at meaning against an indifferent universe. We can help ourselves to turn this around by becoming aware of how we see each moment. This is the secret of meditation and mindfulness. Through this practice, we can learn to put down our attachment to manufactured thoughts. It helps us to find a plain moment and merge with it without requiring anything. Then we learn to do it over and over, day after day. Mindful Peace Journey is built on a process, a way to help navigate these challenges through mindfulness and meditation, even short and simple sessions for each day. The sessions are designed to help us overcome our continuous thought processes, to lessen our anxiety and fear, and ultimately find peace right here in the present moment. We begin to wake up when we unify with everyday moments. We realize that we are the vastness and the boundless. We are the flow. The highs and lows of life do not distract and take hold of us. Instead of seeing the threat of emptiness, we see the potential of every moment. I encourage you to join me and find peace and presence each and every day. A journey to mindfulness and peace, ready to be unlocked, ready to wake up.
That's the introduction to mindfulness. For some of you, if you're not familiar with what mindfulness is, we will be going through it together. And this is a type of group meditation, as they call it. As we progress over
Hey, guys, Grant Cardone,
today,
hope you're doing well. Here we are going into 2023, and it's going to be breakable for some and unbreakable for
typical. So, okay, so primarily, what we'll be doing next is we are going to ask ourselves a question. This is the question of the day. As we progress through this question, you will know what I mean by this. But let me share the screen, and I would like you to take a notepad and answer this question. It's a very simple question, but it's not an easy question to answer. So again, entering here is thinking for yourself, examining yourself requires discipline and courage, because we are so fine-tuned to do a lot of things. But when we try to ask the simple question, why do I think this way? You might be like, I am not used to this. So we will be stepping outside the box, and it will challenge your own beliefs and behaviors. But let's start from this journey, and every little helps from here. So people think about things, people think about people, and people also think about thoughts, mostly about others. But only very few think about their own thinking. So in a piece of paper, I just want you to take it and write, what am I thinking about right now? What am I thinking about right now? So you might have a totally blank, or you might have so many thoughts that goes through my to-do list, what I need to do for my family, what I need to do for a proposal, what I need to do for that person, this person. But remember, those are thinking about things, thinking about people, and thinking about thoughts. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you're thinking, write it down. What am I thinking about right now? It's Monday morning for many of you, or it's Monday late afternoon for us, or it's Monday evening for one or two colleagues from there. I just want you to take a piece of paper, spend 2-3 minutes pondering this question. What am I thinking about right now? Think about it. When you write before an email, think about it. When you write before a proposal, think about it. When you call to someone, you will be surprised. When you have that thinking about thinking, your approach will change in the way what you want to do. So for now, all I want you to do is take a piece of paper. The very first exercise that we're going to do today is, what am I thinking about right now? I will do that with you. So take a piece of paper and think about it. We have 2 minutes to do this exercise. 2 minutes. What am I thinking about right now? Close your eyes and think for a few seconds and then write it, or you could just write it. Don't judge. Why am I thinking? Why am I not thinking? Just write. What am I thinking about right now? if you have just joined, we are just asking this question, which is, what am I thinking about right now? Take a piece of paper or a notebook and try to answer this question. What am I thinking about right now? Don't judge, don't question, just to write, this is what I'm thinking about right now. Keep asking the question again and again. What am I thinking about right now? Spend another 30 seconds and ask yourself, what am I thinking about right now? And if you think you have answered it, just think, why did I thought about that? Why did I thought about that? After all the things, why did I thought about that? Again, don't judge. Is this a priority? Is this important? Am I wasting my time? Just observe your mind. What am I thinking about right now? And why did I actually wrote that as a priority or not? Why did I actually thought about that? If you have completed it, just add in the chat 1 or yes. If you haven't, spend another 30 seconds or so. This is a very, very powerful exercise. So before you do anything, before you start your day, before you write an email, before you talk to someone, always think, what am I thinking about right now? Sometimes we might dump our thoughts to somebody else without knowing. Sometimes we might share things that we shouldn't share. Sometimes we share too much. Sometimes we share too little. So before you do anything, always ask yourself, what am I thinking about right now? If you have completed it, in the chat box, just write 1 or yes so that I know you have completed it. Because this thought process will change over the course of the day. So most of you have completed. Yes, what am I thinking about right now? So what we are going to do now is going to spend 5 minutes on pondering. Try not to ponder this. This is called trance meditation. And this is a small technique that you could use. It's called box breathing. You can use it without music. You can use it with music. Just simply you inhale it. Inhale, 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 inhale 5 times. Hold your breath for 1 to 2, 3 seconds. Then you exhale it for 1 to 5 seconds. And then you pause and then you continue. I'm going to play a music and we are going to close our eyes. And whatever that goes in your mind, I just want you to step back and just let it go. So because you already have done the exercise, what am I thinking about right now? Most probably that's what is going to come in, or you might be getting something else. If so, I don't want you to stop thinking and go back and write in your piece of paper. I just want you to continue observing it, right? For the next 5 minutes, we are going to do this. If possible, focus on your breathing, because I know it's so easy to say, just focus on your breathing, but I just want you to get used to it. This is just day one, and we are going to go through this. Okay, so what we're going to do here is a very powerful session called trance meditation. And I prefer you close your eyes, but if you don't want to close your eyes, you can connect yourself to cosmic energy or something that they call it. But I prefer you close your eyes and listen to this. Focus on your breathing. You can open your eyes now. Slowly. Now, I just want to go back to this question again. What am I thinking about right now? Sometimes there will be a lot of noise in your life, and it's very, very, very normal. And that lot of noise used to come from things. A lot of noise sometimes come from the people, as we talked about. And a lot of noise could also come from thoughts, mostly from others. So gradually we'll be building our ability to cut down the thoughts from these three elements and to focus more on what am I thinking right now. So we will be exercising this muscle. The more we exercise this muscle, it gets stronger. And when you have challenges, so I wrote, what am I thinking about right now is my health. Because as you know, I had serious challenges with my health for the past 2-3 months. So I have a lot of things to do, but my focus is on health. So when you exercise this, you're always going to find a connection point within your mind that says, oh, there was a time where my health was in its peak position. So I'm just going to connect that peak position in my mind, and I'm going to solve this particular thinking on my health. So you will always have something that you've always done it to your peak performance. Gradually, you will be working through your problems because you will be elevating yourself up and looking at the problem because you're already at a topmost position, or at least one step higher than from your existing problems. So you can solve the problem. And this particular exercise, what am I thinking about right now, is a very, very, very important exercise because it helps you to cut down the noise and it will help you to go one step up to solve the problem that you want to solve the problem. So all I want you to do over the course of the day is just to observe this thought about what am I thinking right now changes. So before you sleep, think, what am I thinking right now? After you finish your work at 6:30, when you have a cup of coffee before you prepare your dinner, start to have this practice. What am I thinking right now? And you will start to observe that over the course of the day, that changes. That's very, very normal to change. So when we try to observe this pattern, that over the course of the day, what am I thinking changes, then we could start to overlay what is it I want to achieve in life for me, for my family, and for everything else. And that means you have a clear thinking. So that's it. So that's the end of day one, because we will be focusing more on letting go this week, and we'll be starting to work more on meditation because it helps you to do that. It might be, you might have some headache or you might have a nice feeling. If so, there are lots of videos within YouTube where you could take 5 minutes, take a deep breath and continue deep breathing. And most importantly, be aware of this box breathing. If you're unable to do it over 5 seconds, start with 1 second. That's it. You don't need to even hold your breath. You don't need to even take a pause. Gradually build up from here. That tells you that you are going to start here. Inhale 1, inhale 2, hold it. Exhale 1, exhale 2, pause it. Inhale 1, inhale 2, and keep on doing that. So these are the 2 things that we covered today. Important key message for today is you need to go above your problem to solve the problem. Cannot solve within the problem state. What we have asking yourself is, what am I thinking about right now? And how are we going to do that? Is we are going to write in a piece of paper over the course of the day, preferably in different pieces of paper so that it doesn't influence you. And just try to observe, what am I thinking about right now? If we will be doing that every day before we start, before we end, so that you can start to say, is it the same thing that we are going to think about it all the time? Which means that's something that we need to fix it. If that changes here and there, then that's not something that we need to fix it. So that's it for today. And I know I've overran by a couple of minutes. So thank you for joining today. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Recording will be available. We'll be uploading it within the Scribble portal. And you'll also be having the link within the same thing that you can start to visit if you want to revisit again. But you're already given 30 minutes. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Thank you for joining today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.